Now, Tyler, last year you were in the headlines for becoming a billionaire.
Billion!
So much of your story has been about ownership. How important has financial literacy been for you?
You know, I never wanted to be the person that was asking people to do things for me or give me a hand or give me a job. I always wanted to be an owner. I remember from my father, you know, he build this house. He was a subcontractor. He built houses. He'd get his $800 a week and he'd be so happy he made $800. Well, I'd watch the man who owned the house sell it for $80,000.
Wow.
So for me, I always wanted to be the man that owned the house. And I know that that's where freedom is for a lot of us. You know, we're always talking about we can't get this job or we can't make our way here. Ownership is the key. And I tell all these people coming up in the business who are doing incredible things, if you're not owning your product, if you're not owning what you're doing, you're not fully going to be able to affect change, because that's where all the change happens.
That's right.
Thank you for spreading that message. That is so important and needed.
Yes.
Very, very needed. You've also been known to pay people's groceries.
Yep.
Or be the person behind the scenes picking up the load for others. I want to know what motivates you to always want to give back. I think it's a great thing.
Thank you, girl. So that's my mother's, and it's good to see you, by the way.
Great to
I love
see
that you're on
you.
the show. It's my mother's heart. I mean, my mother was a woman who, you know, I'd wake up on the weekends and there'd be strangers in the house. I'm like, who are these people? She's like, they needed a place to stay. Be quiet. You know, so I wherever there's a need, if I can step in and try and help, I will do that. You know, I love that I've been able to do so much for so many people, especially Black people, Black women, you know, working at the studios, and the amount of millionaires that I've made and continue to make as these people come to work and see their dreams come true. All of that is really, really powerful and moving to me. So I just love being that guy.
What a good heart. Wow. Now, the last time you were here with us, you were actually celebrating the grand opening of the new Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta.
Yes.
You were also one of the first major studios to institute a plan to get your staff back to work safely during the pandemic. How were you able to do that?
You know, I got all the information. And again, this goes back to all the people that are working for me. They had bought houses and cars, got kids in college. You know, everybody was scared to death. Like, what do we do? And I could have went and sat, you know, and waited for it all to be over. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna get this camp together, hire the best epidemiologists that we can, get us all here safely and get us back to work. Because I didn't want anybody's dreams to suffer and stop, you know, growing because, you know, we had to shut down. So I had a great team. They worked it well. Everybody did what they were supposed to, and it worked out really, really well.
I'm sure they were so grateful to him, right?
Totally.
Like,
Can I just tell you, being on the highway in Atlanta and seeing Tyler Perry Studios exit this way is insane. I mean, it's so beautiful to see.
iconic, legendary.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic studio, and people need to go visit it. You know, in the early 90s, you wrote and produced your first play titled I Know I've Been Changed. 15 years later, you would make your first film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, two pivotal moments in your career. Now, how were you able to leverage both of those projects, turn them into the empire, and I'm able to see a Black man with his own studio today?
You know, honestly, the thing about it is I had a goal. I put my eyes on that goal, and anything that did not serve that goal, I didn't do. And that's why I tell anybody who's trying to get your dream come true, what is your ultimate dream? Like mine was the studio, being able to hire all these people, ownership, and anything that did not serve that, I refused to do. Even if it was, I remember having a job as a bill collector and used car salesman, but all of those things were a part of this where I am now, because you can't out negotiate me in a contract because I was a bill collector. I know how to get what I want, right? So everything's going to work together for your good to get you there if you realize that whatever the goal is, everything will serve it. So that was the most important thing to me. Not worry about a critic, not worry about a hater. What is the goal? Keep your eyes on that and don't do anything that's not going to serve it.
That's right.